That was a reward for you. This has been a result today.
Yeah, I think we knew the game was going to look like it did, or we planned for the game to look like it did. You don't say too much before the game, but you are playing against an incredible team. For me, probably the best team in the world at domestic level, and I think you have to sacrifice probably the ideals in the game that you want to try and get something out of the game, and that's how the game was. We put a plan in place to sort of stay in the game for as long as we could. And first half, I know Rodri had a good header, or a good chance of the header, and I know they had loads of the ball and loads of the territory, but we defended well. I was disappointed with the goal, but I'm really disappointed with the VAR. I think Joe Worrell was being kicked in the face. I'm not too sure if they saw the angle, but we've seen it, and for me it's a clear foul anywhere else on the pitch, and VAR have to pick up on that. I'm not going to deny the fact that City had all the ball and they had some great chances second half and things like that, but you need a bit of luck when you play against them, for sure, to get something out of the game. And for me, VAR have let the referee down there. I'm not sure who it was, and of all weekends they needed a good one this weekend, and obviously it's another talking point for them, and we all wanted to be at the level VAR and to help the game. So we're disappointed with that, and then just loads of gratitude to the players really for listening and sticking to the plan, and like I said, giving up what we really want to do in a game of football to try and get something out of the game against Man City. And we just wanted that one moment, but more than one moment if we could, to try and get in, and we did. We didn't make loads of passes in the game, but we did make a lot of passes in the move for the goal, and it was a great goal. So so it's a positive result, and one that hopefully will help.
When Harvey missed that chance, did you think this could be an afternoon to keep going?
No, I thought we got away with it, to be honest. And listen, while we were just trying to edge a little bit more forward, they were getting more chances. If we had gone really open in the game, and as we normally are, then they're even more dangerous City on big space football. And it just started to go that way because we were trying to get back in the game. So we run the risk, no doubt, and they missed some good chances, but some good defending as well. But then we got our moment, and it's like I said, it's a great goal, and then we managed to see it out and did something different tactically, did something that I asked the players to buy into, and they did, and I'm really pleased that we managed to get something out of the game, John.
Steve, it's all very well having a plan, but how difficult is it to stick to that plan?
Yeah.
That belief that eventually you will get that opening that you hoped.
It is, especially when you go 1-0 down, because to go 1-0 down in the first half and then to try and get the players to stick to the plan, and they're probably thinking we probably need to maybe do something different. And what we said to them half time was, keep going. We'll make changes on around the 60-70 mark, and then we'll see where the game goes. And it could have gone away from us for sure, but we managed to stay in the game, and we managed to get an equaliser. And the perfect plan would have been there was 0-0 and you get a 1-0 win, and that would have been incredible. But as it goes, being 1-0 down, we get the 1-1, and we have to be satisfied with that.
Can you give us a bit of insight into the specifics of the plan you talk about, Steve? What was the plan?
We played with no real. I know Brennan is he's not an out-and-out 9, but he's not an out-and-out 9, but he can play up there. But so you're playing without a real striker. In simple terms, Paul, we were trying to play a little bit lower, a little bit more compact, hit them on counter-attack, and particularly down their left-hand side, our right-hand side. Which actually we got the goal from. I don't want to sound like that, wherever, but that's what happened. So we played with an extra midfield player, if you like, with Danilo. We went with an experienced midfield in John, Joe, Jack and Remo. and we wanted to contain them because they are brilliant, you know. And like I said, you don't say it too much before the game, but I can say it now. They are incredible. So if you try and match them in certainly from a football sense, they'll get the better of you, and there's no shame in that. So what we saw when we went there, you know, earlier on in the season, I saw them against Villa last week live, and I'm just, like I say, so much gratitude for the players for listening, trusting, and believing in the plan. And in the end, we managed to get something out of the game, which I think is a positive.
What can they do for Chris Wood?
Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant for him. Any striker that joins a new club wants to get their first goal. He has gone from contributing for Newcastle but not starting games to coming here and being a starter straight away. We haven't created much for him in the games, if I'm being honest. Results haven't been so bad, but we haven't created loads of chances for him. And that's what he is, what you saw today. So I'm so pleased that the supporters give him the reception that they did after, and equally as pleased that the reception he got off the players when he came in the dressing room. He was last in because he had to do some media work, and he got a massive round of applause because he's only been here a couple of weeks, but everyone can see how hard he works and how much he cares, and he's really sort of bought into what we're trying to do here. And we need everybody to stick together and get behind everybody. So I'm really pleased that they saw, you know, an important player for a striker score a goal, an important goal as well.
How's Serge?
I don't know. I don't know whether it's a bit of fatigue. Hopefully that's all it is. I mean, there was a lot of running today in the games. The numbers were incredible, the running numbers. And like I said, you know, John Joe making his first start, not just for us, but after an injury. Jack, who's had not a great time with illness, and Niggles starting as well. Two centre-backs having to change because of what went on last week. We won't hide behind that, because if we hide it behind it, then I'm giving the players an excuse and giving me an excuse and giving everybody else an excuse, and we don't want to do that. But the players just showed an unbelievable mentality today, and sometimes you deserve a bit of luck.
What about Steve Cook, the appeal again? Rejected.
Yeah, no, it didn't go through at the moment. We applied and it got rejected, so now we've appealed. So we're still a little bit like, can't understand why it's been rejected. Looking at the rules and some things that have gone on in previous years. So we're hopeful that the appeal is successful.
He's been happily.
Sorry?
He's been happily played.
Pleased? Yeah, really pleased. Yeah, he's first. I know he's got a lot of experience and he's played at a huge club and a huge level, but still his first game in England. Everyone tells me England's different to anywhere else, and he did well. You know, did really well, and I know he came on fairly early, too early last week, but his first start and really bought in. Doesn't speak English at the moment, but is learning like Renan, and I can see that he's really committed, and really pleased with him today.
A few questions for the Mondays.
Just on Steve, Coach Steve.